Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. We have a big week coming up, right? We've got this new moon eclipse happening in Cancer, and we have, of course, the week ahead that always has its shifts and changes with the moon. And so I'm a little tight on time this week, and I'm combining the two. We'll start with the eclipse energy. Before I started today, I meditated on your sign, and with all the signs, I kept getting water images. And for you, I saw you in a canoe paddling down a river. It was relaxed, but definitely paying attention. You have to pay attention, right? Because you don't know when like a stick is going to pop up, or if you're not paying attention, you might not catch the deer that's standing on the side having a drink. And so paying attention, being where you are, being in the moment, getting in the flow. That was what I picked up for you to use for your energy for the next 6 months with this new moon eclipse. So I'm using the Water Oracle crystal cards from Dr. Moto, and this was the word that was taped to the side of the water, and then they took a picture of the water crystal, and this is what it looks like. And that's eternity. And so, I think there's a real awareness that comes in, a real connection with, so there's eternity of love, of the divine. There's the eternity of all of your lives. What's the word I want? Past lives, all the times you've been alive, how they come together. There's also that sense of, oh my gosh, I wish things would hurry up and change. And it feels like an eternity, but actually it's just a few moments in the grand scheme of things. And so maybe a better, a different perspective on the situation, like trying to, like, okay, that's not really taking that long, kind of thing. But that looks so peaceful, so connected. So I feel like you're like connected to yourself and to your soul and to your soul group and to the divine. So that's a beautiful card. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to do the 9-card spread for the eclipse energy. We'll start with that because most people click off after like 5 minutes, and I think this is way more important than what's going on this week. Although I don't know because I haven't seen your card yet. Just going with what I think. Having a little trouble with my hands today. I have a little arthritis. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so this is the center card. Nice. You have the nest. So the center issue for you with this eclipse is going to be around your home, around building security, feeling security, about building a nest egg of financial stability, about partnership. This eclipse is happening in your 11th house of group and group activities. So maybe defining a space for yourself in the community. But listening to your intuition. Listening to your intuition, that's that eternity thing. All of your past lives, everything you've ever learned. When you came here, you had a plan, and there's parts of you that knows. And it's your higher self, your spirit guides. You can connect with this. Feel like really spending time in meditation and working on that connecting. In tarot, the major arcana card, the Hermit, is what is the card that's used to define and depict Virgos. It's that seeking that higher knowledge, that communication with spirit. So in the past, you were feeling like there was a lot of work. She's got her back turned on all the good stuff outside, and she's just looking at all the work ahead of her. Can't do much about the past. I don't know if you've seen my 9-card spread before. This is the past, the present, the future, thoughts, feelings, and actions. So you were thinking about all the work you had to do. You weren't looking at the opportunities behind you to go and enjoy your life. Because you've been working really hard on mastering something. Look at this. I mean, it is moonlight out there, and he's still working on this creative project. It's something that is a passion project, and it requires a lot of your time and effort. And maybe that's why you were not noticing everything behind you, or you have 2 jobs, and you work during the day, and then at nighttime you work on your more creative job. So maybe it's your side hustle, something you're trying to create. Maybe that's how you use your downtime. You have the Queen of Scrolls in the future. This is tapping into your Akashic record. This is listening to your intuition. Like, everything you need to know is there. Yes, research. Yes, do that. But mostly it's spending time connecting and communicating. Because you felt like the world was on top of you in the past. Like, that was really upside down. The bird's nest, I wasn't sure which way it came out when it flipped. And so you can't do anything about the past, but you can always adjust your perception and the way you handle things in the present so that you can influence the future. And so if you felt like, you know, everything was on top of you, here's your opportunity right now to feel abundant. Choose to be abundant. Choose to believe in yourself. Choose to understand that there's so much more than just this moment. Oh, okay. So in the future, we have the chess game in reverse. That's feeling scattered, not knowing what you're doing. I'm turning it over because you can fix that. So with getting in touch with your spirituality, getting in touch with divine, getting that information, maybe doing some actual research about something that you need to know. And I also want to say, get some rest. Get some rest. Maybe you need to take a nice, calm canoe trip just to relax a little. Spirit has been getting your attention, though, lately. You have the initiations of Count Saint Germain. That is about, maybe you just feel like there's so much to learn, and there's just not enough time to learn everything. This is being admitted to a group or a community of people that are like-minded, that have higher aspirations. Maybe you were feeling like, I need to raise myself up. And so you went and found a group of people that make you feel better about things. So we have the Queen of Roses in reverse. But what I like about her being in reverse, this is that receptive energy. What I like about her being in reverse in the spread, and I think that's what we need to focus on, is that she's got her back to the past and she's looking forward. And I think that she's got her hands open to receive. When it's like this, so she's pouring out. She's pouring out her energy. So I'm going to encourage you to, yes, look to the future, but maybe open up to receive. Keep everything in balance. Don't give away more than you take. Oh, but this is so nice. Okay, so we have the War of the Roses, but it's in reverse, which means the battle and the fight is over. So maybe by giving, maybe you've been taking too much, and maybe by giving more and looking to the future, maybe that's a good thing in the nest situation. That looks pretty good, actually. So if you've been taking more than you've been giving, it's time to do a little giving. So that you can have this nest, so that you can feel safe and secure, so that you can work on this creative partnership or whatever is happening here. It looks like it's in a community, though. It doesn't feel one-on-one. It feels more like trying to find your place in a group. Because we have a lot of people here in this War of the Roses, right? It's in your house of group and group activities that the eclipse is happening. And there's a group of people here in the chessboard, you know, like trying to figure out how to navigate that. So So let's see. Maybe you're starting at a new college and you have to navigate through all the different things that go on there. That would take strategy, like, you know, putting all the pieces together, or you started a new business, or you got a new job or something. You're being encouraged to learn from the past. So whatever is going on, you've seen something like it before. In this lifetime, when I say learn from the past, it could be coming from your intuition. It could be coming from past life, in which case follow your intuition because that's still learning from the past. But also take a look around what's going on that seems similar, like I've been here before. How did I handle it? Did that work well? Should I try something different? Maybe this time I'll do just this little tweak here. Or boy, that didn't work at all. I need to do it totally differently this time. Or, you know, a little help on that. But here we've got, okay, but don't beat yourself up over it, all right? So making some tweaks, doing a little self-reflection, that's good, but oh my goodness, don't be mad at yourself. We have self-forgiveness. Don't be mad at yourself for doing the best you could when you didn't know anything else. It's like, you know, everybody's doing the best they can, really. So you're being encouraged to consult an expert and to take a little time, tranquility. And so when I see this, I feel like you need to get out in nature and rest and relax. And the expert, I think, is spirit. You might actually need to talk to somebody, like, for real in the 3D world, but I feel like connecting to your higher self could be the expert that we're looking for here. And so taking a little quiet time for yourself will help you get there. And we have strength. Stay afloat and feel steady and calm. Boy, that was that canoe. Stay afloat and feel steady and calm. That was drifting down the river, but being aware of what was happening. But the water was so calm. So staying steady and calm. That's going to be the key. All right, let's get some overall energy for the week. Oh, I knew that felt like a funny card. Oh. All right. Oh, look at this. An exciting new beginning. This came in the reverse. So if you're feeling stuck, you know, Eclipse energy is very much like a world card. It's the end and then the new beginning. And here we have the High Priestess, which looks an awful lot like the Oracle of Delphi. Getting in touch with Spirit, getting information, getting the downloads, taking some time to consult this expert. So when the moon is in Gemini for Sunday and really Monday, because it doesn't move into Cancer until 9:24 p.m. on Monday night, so really Sunday and Monday, that's depending in your 10th house of career. And that's about finding peace and relaxing and feeling secure and safe in who you are. Let's get a little bit of guidance on that. So it could definitely be a work thing that's going on with this eclipse energy, an opportunity to move into a new department, a new something or the other. We have the yang. We have the yang. That's that stepping off. That's like taking the chance. I had to look at that twice because that looks a lot like the TikTok card. All right, then the moon is going to move into Cancer, which is your 11th house of groups and groups activities on Tuesday, well, on Monday night. But then on Tuesday at 3:16 p.m., that's when we have the eclipse happening at 16 degrees and 38 minutes. So if you have any planets at 16 degrees, 17 degrees in your charts, they're probably going to be at some kind of an angle, and it could trigger them. So if you want to take a look at your chart and just see what you see, we have barriers and acceptance. So this is about a new beginning and realizations. And so I think This is overcoming barriers. This is overcoming these blocks. This is taking this and making it upside down and releasing yourself and setting yourself free. The only barriers that are there are the ones that are in your mind. And then we have acceptance. And this is acceptance of divine guidance and divine help, which we see a lot of here. But that just segues right into when that moon is in Leo. So this is a real week of overcoming barriers, of not letting it feel like the mountain is on top of you, overcoming all that and accepting the situation for what it is so that you can allow the growth to happen. Like setting yourself free. Saying, you know, those limitations, those barriers, I think I put them there. I can just step off this cliff if I want. I mean, seriously, look at it's so beautiful once he steps off. Rainbows and butterflies and lush fields and flowing water. So we have Dark Moon Lilith. This is standing in your power. This is saying that is enough of that. This is equality. So either you're working too hard and you're feeling trapped by it and you need a break, well, take it. This is releasing yourself, believing in and releasing yourself so that you can love and nourish yourself over the weekend. But I feel like this is kind of feels bigger than that. It could just be this week. Maybe you just need a little help this week. But looking for equality in relationships, looking for a partner that steps up and does what they're supposed to do too. It's not all about them all the time. But maybe they don't recognize it because you haven't asked. And so maybe you need to ask, right? Use your words. We have unity and first steps. First steps. Okay, so I really think it's a real possibility that you are just exhausted and you need a break and you've got a lot going on. And when you get to this point in the past, how has that worked for you? Learn from your past mistakes, right? Or learn from the past. So if it doesn't work for you to be this busy, this crazy, then it is really time to look for somebody to help you. Say, okay, this is so not working. Who can help me with X, Y, and Z? Okay, you can do X. Great. Can you do Y? You can't? All right. Well, what about Z? Excellent. Well, at least that's 2 things off of your plate, right? And you have, I accept the impermanence of all things. I know that change brings renewal and goodness pre-night. So things are changing, but it's a good thing. You're a mutable sign. I know you understand change. It's like, okay, flowing with the change is kind of like that canoe trip, right? So it looks like this eclipse is a real opportunity to start something new, get a little help. Change is going to happen, but really getting in touch with spirit. Really getting in touch with spirit. So, and forgive yourself. Because what? You're not perfect? Oh, welcome to humanity. All right, we'll talk soon. You take care.